Have you ever felt like certain things in your life are holding you back, draining your energy, and stopping you from truly enjoying each day? As we grow older, it becomes even more essential to let go of what no longer serves us, but knowing what to release can be challenging. In this video, we'll uncover 8 things you must eliminate to bring lightness, peace, and joy back into your life. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell to avoid missing any videos. Your support means a lot to me. And if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. As we age, one of the most profound acts of self-care is distancing ourselves from the negativity that can weigh us down. And this starts with the people we surround ourselves with. The first thing you should eliminate from your life in these later years is the presence of negative individuals. Think of them as an unseen weight, pressing down on your shoulders, quietly but persistently draining your energy with every interaction. They don't just complain now and then. They carry a constant storm cloud of criticisms, regrets, and bitterness, casting a shadow over even the brightest days. These people have an uncanny ability to pull you into their world of dissatisfaction as if they can't bear to see joy or contentment in anyone else. Their pessimistic view of life seeps into your peace, slowly dimming the light within you, sometimes without you even realizing it until it's almost gone. Being close to people like this can feel like you're walking through thick fog. It's exhausting, oppressive, and over time can be genuinely suffocating. Just spending time with them can feel like a chore that leaves you drained, a sense of heaviness settling in your heart after each encounter. It's almost as though they are stealing your inner peace, a peace that you may have worked hard to cultivate over many years through life's ups and downs. You deserve to hold on to that peace. It's your right, especially now. As you enter a time of life meant for reflection, calm, and fulfillment, ask yourself, why continue to let anyone disrupt this precious serenity? Life is short enough, and time is precious. You shouldn't have to spend it with those who sap your joy and rob you of your well-being. At this point in your life, you deserve to surround yourself with positivity and tranquility. Negative people, however, bring a constant cloud of problems that aren't even yours to carry. They add to your load with complaints and gripes, burdening you with their never-ending pessimism. If you find that certain people always leave you feeling down or drained, it may be time to reevaluate those relationships. Reflect on this. Are these connections lifting you or pulling you down? Choosing to distance yourself, or at least limit your exposure to such individuals, is not selfish. It's an act of self-protection and a gift to your spirit. By doing so, you open up space for lighter, more nourishing relationships with people who genuinely add joy, value, and positive energy to your life. You create an environment filled with support, laughter, and care, qualities that you not only deserve but need at this time of life. Equally important, the second thing to eliminate from your life in old age is any lingering grudges and resentment. Holding on to the wounds of the past is like chaining yourself to heavy, invisible bonds, trapping you from moving forward or fully experiencing the present. Each grudge you carry is a weight on your heart, and it's a weight that, over time, can harm you far more than it harms anyone else. Imagine lugging a bag filled with stones. Each stone represents a grudge or resentment that's been building up over the years. This burden doesn't just weigh you down emotionally. It has real impacts on your physical health too. Research has shown that harboring negative emotions, anger, bitterness, resentment, is closely linked to health issues like high blood pressure, insomnia, chronic stress, and even serious conditions such as heart disease. These aren't just abstract concepts. They're real, and they can erode your well-being from the inside out. And consider this. The person you hold a grudge against may not even be aware of the pain you're carrying. They've moved on, yet you're left with the emotional wounds, replaying the hurt in your mind, letting it fester and affect your health. Isn't it time to free yourself from that unnecessary pain? Imagine how much lighter you could feel by choosing to forgive, by deciding that your peace is worth more than holding on to old hurts. Letting go of resentment doesn't mean excusing or forgetting what happened. It simply means choosing yourself and your peace over the past. This time in your life is precious, and you deserve to fill it with moments that uplift you, with people and experiences that bring you joy and contentment. Imagine the sense of freedom and relief that comes from letting go of grudges and saying goodbye to negativity. By removing the weight of toxic relationships and releasing the emotional chains of past grievances, you open up a space for positivity, gratitude, and fulfillment to enter your life. You're making room for laughter, for genuine connection, for quiet moments of joy, and for the peace that comes from knowing you've chosen what truly nourishes your spirit. Life is a gift, and each day is a chance to embrace what truly matters. Surround yourself with people who lift you, who appreciate you, and who cherish the beauty of life. Let go of the anger and resentment that no longer serve you, and welcome the lightness that follows. As you remove these weights, you reclaim the energy and joy that are yours to experience, creating a life that reflects your deepest values, a life filled with the peace and happiness you deserve. Forgiveness, no matter how challenging, is one of the most profound gifts you can give yourself. It's often misunderstood as something we do for others. Yet true forgiveness is for you, a release that allows your heart to breathe freely again. Think of it as unlocking a door that has kept you trapped, allowing you to walk into a new space unburdened by the shadows of the past. Each time you let go of a grudge, you're reclaiming the energy that resentment once consumed, opening yourself up to a life that is lighter, warmer, and filled with more possibilities for joy. Holding on to bitterness and past hurts only serves to keep us bound to a weight that grows heavier with time. Forgiving doesn't mean excusing someone's hurtful actions or pretending that the past never happened. Rather, it means choosing your peace over carrying the pain. It's the courage to say, I deserve a life free of anger, and to let go of the bitterness that has lingered for too long. Imagine the energy that once fueled resentment being redirected toward positive experiences, toward laughter with friends, towards nurturing relationships, and towards creating new memories that bring you joy. When you forgive, you make space in your heart and mind, allowing moments of happiness to flow in. The freedom that forgiveness brings is not just a relief. It's an invitation to step fully into the present, to experience life without the constant reminder of past wounds. It's about permitting yourself to live more fully, more peacefully, and with a heart open to love and light. The third and equally essential thing to release from your life in old age is the fear of change. Change can feel intimidating, even daunting, especially as we grow older. Over the years, routines and habits become our comfort zone, a familiar anchor in a world that often feels unpredictable. But clinging to this anchor out of fear keeps us from embracing new opportunities, new experiences, and even new joys. The fear of change can become a silent barrier, keeping us from the richness that life still has to offer, no matter our age. The unknown may indeed bring moments of discomfort, but it's also true that it holds the potential for growth, excitement, and renewal. Consider how this fear manifests in your life. Perhaps it's a hesitation to learn new technology, declining invitations to explore unfamiliar places, or the reluctance to make new connections. These small acts of avoidance may feel safe, but over time, They close doors to experiences that could add depth, excitement, and meaning to your life. By letting the fear of change govern your choices, you're not only limiting your potential for happiness, you're limiting your ability to live fully. Embracing change is an act of courage and resilience, a reminder that life doesn't have to narrow as we age. Life can continue to expand in beautiful ways if we allow it. Instead of viewing change as a threat to our stability, we can choose to see it as an opportunity to learn, to connect, and to experience. Think of each change as a chance to rediscover the world around you, and to keep growing and evolving, even in small ways. The thrill of learning something new, the joy of exploring a place you've never been, or the warmth of forming a new friendship. These are the moments that add richness to our lives and keep our spirits vibrant and engaged. Letting go of the fear of change is like letting fresh air into a room that's been closed off. Suddenly, there is space to breathe, room for growth, and endless potential for joy and fulfillment. When you release that fear, you're no longer held back by what's comfortable. You're free to move forward, embrace the unknown, and live a life that feels truly alive. So, don't let fear steal the precious moments you have left. Welcome change with open arms, knowing that each new experience is a gift, a chance to continue writing your story with courage, curiosity, and a heart that's open to life's endless possibilities. Old age should never be synonymous with stagnation. This stage of life, so often misinterpreted as the winding down of one's journey, holds the potential for profound discoveries and opportunities that can bring joy, meaning, and fulfillment. It's a season that calls for curiosity and courage, even in the face of change that may seem daunting. Embracing change is a way to stay mentally sharp, emotionally connected, and engaged with a world that has so much left to offer. Every small change, be it a new hobby, learning a new skill, or building a friendship, has the potential to spark joy, add richness, and open pathways to self-discovery that keep your spirit vibrant and alive. Imagine the life stories you still have yet to live, the moments you haven't yet savored, simply waiting for your openness to experience them. Adaptability allows you to dance with life rather than stand still, and it frees you from feeling confined by routines and habits that may no longer serve you. There's something profoundly liberating about accepting that the world around you will continue to change, and that you have the resilience, the curiosity, and the inner strength to change along with it. So, why not be open to the surprises that life still holds? Your story is not yet complete, and some of its most beautiful chapters may be just around the corner. The best memories are often made when we least expect them, and by embracing change, you invite new experiences that enrich your life, proving that growth, joy, and discovery truly have no age limit. If you're still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Another key element of making the most of these later years is to let go of relationships that are no longer nurturing. The fourth thing to release from your life in old age is the tendency to hold on to toxic or worn-out romantic relationships. Aging brings a stark clarity that time is our most precious, non-renewable asset, and spending it in relationships that lack peace, warmth, or genuine connection is ultimately a disservice to your happiness and well-being. We often cling to relationships out of habit, fear, or a deep-rooted sense of loyalty. We think back on the shared memories, the dreams, and the hopes that were once there, and we hesitate to let go. But a relationship built on resentment, disrespect, or simply a stagnant, lifeless routine does not nourish you. It drains you, keeping you from enjoying life to the fullest and clouding the peace you deserve. At this stage, You have the right to demand more from your relationships. Why settle for less than true companionship, mutual respect, and affection? You deserve a love that feels light, a partnership that makes you feel valued and understood. Holding on to a toxic relationship out of fear of loneliness or attachment to the past ultimately hinders your growth and denies you the joy that could come from opening your heart to new possibilities. It's natural to fear loneliness, but isn't it also true that the company of someone who brings you down can feel lonelier than being alone? In toxic relationships, those where manipulation, constant criticism, or indifference prevail, the emotional toll can be immense. It's not just a drain on your energy, it chips away at your self-worth, leaving you feeling undervalued, frustrated, and unappreciated. It's all too easy to believe that change is impossible or that love and happiness are no longer within reach. But this couldn't be further from the truth. Love, respect, kindness, and companionship have no expiration date, and every person deserves a relationship that honors them. The courage to leave a relationship that no longer serves you is a profound act of self-respect, one that paves the way for healing, peace, and a brighter future. This doesn't mean forgetting the past or minimizing what once was. It means acknowledging that your life and your happiness are worth protecting. Ending a toxic relationship doesn't always have to mean a painful separation. Sometimes, it can mean an honest conversation, an attempt to address and transform the issues together. There may be hope for renewal through a heartfelt dialogue or, perhaps, a healthy redefinition of the relationship's boundaries. However, when the wounds of a relationship run too deep, or when the fundamental aspects of respect and kindness are missing, then parting ways can be an act of immense courage and wisdom. It's a decision to protect your inner peace, to choose a path of love for yourself, and to allow both you and the other person the freedom to find fulfillment elsewhere. Imagine the relief of freeing yourself from a connection that no longer brings you joy. You may feel a renewed sense of energy, clarity, and possibility, like a weight has been lifted from your shoulders. This choice, though difficult, opens a door to rediscovering what makes you happy. It allows you to build new, healthier relationships, to connect with people who value you, who respect you, and who contribute positively to your life. When you release the burden of a toxic relationship, you make room for inner peace, self-love, and the kinds of connections that nourish rather than drain you. It's a chance to find a relationship, or even a beautiful contentment within yourself, that brings comfort, understanding, and mutual respect. It's important to remember that even in later years, there is a world of possibilities for connection, love, and friendship. Perhaps it's a matter of reconnecting with an old friend, meeting someone with shared interests, or simply finding fulfillment in the small joys of everyday life. Relationships need not be limited to romantic partnerships. They can be friendships, familial bonds, or even the deep relationship you cultivate with yourself. By letting go of what no longer serves you, you open up a space in your life that can be filled with positivity, warmth, and meaningful connections. This is a choice to honor your happiness, protect your peace, and fill your life with relationships that align with your values. Life's later years can be a time of profound contentment and joy, a season in which you are finally free to prioritize what truly matters to you. By releasing old, stagnant relationships and embracing new, healthy ones, you create an environment where peace, happiness, and love can flourish. You don't have to settle for anything less than a life filled with meaningful connections that support, uplift, and encourage you. Choosing to honor yourself in this way is a powerful reminder that happiness, fulfillment, and love are not bound by age. They are there for you whenever you're ready to embrace them. As we journey into old age, It's natural to find ourselves looking back at the memories that shaped us, moments of triumph, love, loss, or joy. The past holds countless chapters, each with its lessons and emotions. However, the fifth thing to release in this stage of life is excessive attachment to those memories, as they can keep us anchored to what was rather than allowing us to embrace what still is and what can be. While reminiscing can be comforting, dwelling on the past too much can become a barrier, a silent thief that steals from the present and future moments you could be savoring. The past, while rich and meaningful, is just one part of your life's journey. When you let it overshadow the present, you risk missing out on the beauty and possibilities that still surround you. Old age is not a period meant solely for nostalgia. It's an opportunity to see life from a new vantage point, to explore experiences with a heart that has been softened and strengthened by time. Just as the pages of a cherished book hold meaning, each day you have now offers fresh, blank pages for new stories, even if they're simpler or quieter than the ones you once knew. Excessive attachment to past glories or regrets can prevent you from appreciating the new joys, however small, that life continues to offer. Sometimes, we hold on to memories as though they're all we have left, as though there's no space for anything else. This couldn't be further from the truth. There's so much still waiting to be experienced. New hobbies that could bring fresh excitement, friendships that could offer companionship and laughter, and moments of reflection that bring peace and clarity. Perhaps there are simple joys you never had time for before, like watching the sunrise, diving into a new book, or spending an afternoon in conversation with a friend. By allowing yourself to release attachment to what once was, you open yourself to what still is and what can still bring meaning to your life. Holding on to the past too tightly can lead to frustration, sadness, and even bitterness. It's all too easy to get caught up in thoughts of what could have been, what was lost, or even the ways life didn't turn out as you might have hoped. While these reflections are natural, they don't have to dominate your heart. Letting go of the past, with all its joys and sorrows, is a beautiful act of liberation, a way to free your spirit from burdens it no longer needs to carry. When you make peace with what's behind you, you're no longer weighed down by what ifs. Instead, you're empowered to live in the what is, finding gratitude for each new day. This act of releasing the past doesn't mean forgetting it or disregarding its significance. Your memories and your experiences are integral parts of who you are. They have made you wise, resilient, and compassionate. But there's a difference between honoring the past and living in it. By choosing to live in the present, you're allowing your wisdom to guide you, to shape new experiences without being overly influenced by what was. The beauty of old age is that it grants you a perspective that allows you to recognize life's simple, quiet gifts, an appreciation for the moment, a gentler outlook on the challenges that come your way, and a readiness to embrace change with grace. Life doesn't stop offering new opportunities simply because we reach a certain age. There's always something to discover, someone new to meet, a new hobby to learn, and places to explore. By embracing the present, you open yourself to the little wonders that make each day unique. When you stop clinging to what can no longer be changed, you're free to fill your heart with gratitude for what you still have. The people who love you, the beauty of nature around you, and the small moments of peace that bring contentment. Think of it as living with more lightness. By gently loosening the grip on the past, you're giving yourself the freedom to enjoy the here and now. Every phase of life has its unique beauty, its rhythm, and charm. When you embrace the present, with its imperfections and simplicity, you are welcoming a deeper peace into your life, a peace that is undisturbed by past regrets or lost moments. Instead, your heart becomes a welcoming place for gratitude, joy, and love in its purest forms. In the end, Life's beauty lies in its fleeting moments, in the impermanence that reminds us to savor what we have while we have it. As you release the past, remember that each day is a gift, an invitation to see life anew, with the wisdom you've gained and the love you have to share. Allow yourself to be fully present, embrace the blessings around you, and live with a heart that is free, open, and at peace. This is the art of aging gracefully, of finding fulfillment not in what is past, but in what remains and what still lies ahead. In old age, the sixth thing you should release is the excessive responsibility that no longer belongs to you. Life has phases, and each one brings its roles, responsibilities, and priorities. For many years, you may have been the central figure in your family, the foundation on which everyone learned. You may have dedicated yourself to your children, invested deeply in a career, or been the emotional anchor for friends and family. These responsibilities, while meaningful and valuable, were an integral part of your earlier chapters. However, as you move into this new stage, it's important to recognize that you can't and shouldn't try to carry the world on your shoulders indefinitely. Continuing to take on roles that have naturally shifted to others can create an unnecessary burden, weighing down the peace and freedom that this time of life offers. In old age, your focus should turn inward, embracing the time to care for yourself, enjoy the present, and savor each moment. Yet, often out of habit or a sense of duty, we continue to say yes to everything and everyone. It can feel as if the people around us expect the same level of involvement or responsibility, even as our own needs change. This is not selfishness. It's recognizing that it's time to share the load, to let others step into their roles and grow from taking on responsibilities of their own. Living with excess responsibility can generate stress, prevent relaxation, and hold you back from pursuing the interests and pleasures you've set aside for so long. Imagine the freedom in being able to say no with confidence, knowing that by doing so, you're creating space for yourself to live with less pressure and more peace. This doesn't mean cutting off support for those you care about, but rather learning to delegate, to trust others to take charge in ways that allow you to step back. Think of it as handing down a legacy of resilience and independence, allowing others to find their strength. Embrace this period of life as a time to explore what brings you joy, to focus on your health, and to live more mindfully. By letting go of responsibilities that no longer serve you, you make space for a lighter, more fulfilling way of living. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. The seventh thing to release in old age is the need for others' approval. Throughout life, it's natural to seek validation and to measure our worth through the eyes of others. We often look to family, friends, colleagues, and society for affirmation, feeling a sense of fulfillment when we meet their expectations. However, as we age, this constant search for external validation can be exhausting, draining us of the energy we need to live authentically. Old age is a powerful opportunity to liberate yourself from this weight, to shed the need for approval, and to embrace who you truly are. Seeking others' approval can prevent you from living in a way that aligns with your true desires, dreams, and values. After years of striving to meet others' expectations, this stage of life is a gift, a chance to reclaim your voice, your desires, and your unique way of being in the world. Imagine the relief and joy of living without the fear of judgment, to finally follow your intuition without second-guessing or altering your choices to fit someone else's vision. Embracing this freedom means stepping into a space where you prioritize your needs and wants, making choices based on what genuinely resonates with you. This liberation from seeking approval doesn't mean disregarding the opinions of those you love, but rather valuing your perspective as the most important. It's an opportunity to express yourself, to embrace your quirks, and to let go of the constraints of societal expectations. Life's final chapters are not about conforming. They're about celebrating the uniqueness that makes you you. When you release the need for approval, you make room for greater self-acceptance, self-love, and authenticity. This is your time to be unapologetically yourself, to pursue the things that fill you with joy, and to live each day by your own rules. Imagine the peace that comes from letting go of others' expectations. You are free to redefine what success and happiness mean to you. Embrace this phase as a time to be bold, explore, and connect with what truly matters to you. Releasing the need for others' validation allows you to live with an open heart, rooted in self-respect and confidence. It's a step toward living more fully, embracing your authentic self, and discovering a life that is richer, simpler, and entirely your own. Letting go of the need for others' approval is a transformative step toward a life that feels lighter, fuller, and authentically yours. In old age, this liberation allows you to focus on choices that bring you genuine joy and peace, free from the burden of wondering what others might think. It's about finding the courage to live in a way that feels true to you, savoring each day without the shadow of external judgment. When you release this pressure, profound freedom unfolds, a freedom that comes with deep, authentic happiness. This newfound self-acceptance becomes a guiding light, reminding you that what truly matters is living harmoniously with yourself. Enjoy each moment, embrace what fulfills you, and trust that living in alignment with your values is a gift you owe yourself at this stage. The eighth thing to consider releasing in old age is a dependency on sex and masturbation, particularly if there is a compulsive need to engage in these activities nightly. Sexuality remains a natural part of life at any age, and there's no right or wrong when it comes to expressing it. However, old age is an opportunity to redefine balance and approach sexuality in a way that enhances your overall well-being, rather than creating dependency. When sexual desires become compulsive, they can start to consume more of your thoughts, impacting your quality of life, mental health, and even the depth of personal relationships. Freeing yourself from this dependency doesn't mean neglecting your sexuality, but rather expanding your understanding of intimacy. Old age opens doors to other dimensions of closeness that may have been overlooked, forms of connection that transcend the physical, offering comfort, understanding, and companionship. This stage invites you to explore new ways to experience pleasure that aren't solely dependent on physical satisfaction. You might discover the joy of intimate, heartfelt conversations, the warmth of a shared moment of quiet together, or the comforting touch of holding hands. Deepening affection, companionship, dialogue, and mutual care all enrich the soul in ways that physical intimacy alone may not fulfill. By achieving a healthier balance, you allow space for emotional and intellectual connections that bring lasting fulfillment. Shifting focus from compulsion to choice means that when you engage in physical intimacy, it's from a place of desire, not habit. This intentionality brings a new depth to each experience, making it more meaningful and enriching. Ultimately, rediscovering new forms of pleasure and intimacy in old age is an invitation to nurture the spirit and the heart. While physical expressions of affection remain valuable, so too are the quiet, gentle moments that remind us of our shared humanity. Relishing companionship, meaningful conversation, or shared laughter can bring a profound sense of contentment and connection that lingers far beyond fleeting desires. By embracing the richness of these other dimensions of intimacy, you'll find a deep and lasting satisfaction, a type of pleasure rooted not in compulsion, but in choice, mutual understanding, and authentic connection. As we reach the end of this journey together, let's take a moment to reflect on everything we've explored. Old age is truly a time of profound growth, wisdom, and discovery, a time to let go of the burdens that no longer serve us and embrace the lighter, more fulfilling aspects of life. So, what have you learned so far? Is there one thing that has resonated with you? Something you plan to put into practice to bring more peace, joy, or freedom into your life? We'd love to hear from you. Please share in the comments below one thing you've taken from this video and how you'll apply it. If you enjoyed this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content designed to inspire and uplift your journey. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to hearing your insights.